How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to my channel, the Disneyland video series live chat. Today is, well, I'm going to tell you guys the date in just a second. Oop, sorry. For some reason, I had some playback there. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. Today is June, what was it, the 10th? Yeah, June 10th, 2017. Yay, right? So I hope you all are doing great. For those of you who have recently subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I probably can guess some of you have probably come from Mel Busy TV's channel. If you guys haven't seen that vlog, go and check it out. I'm in their vlog. And it was a lot of fun meeting up with them. I was there on June 7th, like I said, and I got to interact with them for a while. Spent pretty much the entire day with them. Well, almost the entire day because I had to leave at like 4:30. And Brizzy Voices was there, which was pretty cool. And if you guys want to see some Instagram photos I took, go to check out my Instagram page at instagram.com/JohnAllenFilms. And for those of you who are new, and thank you for subscribing to my channel, I really do appreciate it. I've been on YouTube now for the last 4.5 years. Not for just this channel, but also my whole YouTube career. I have 3 other channels: the educational series, the vlog series, and the travel channel series. All the links usually are down below in the description of this video, but since this is a live chat, I haven't actually applied those comments or description just yet. So I will get around to it. And I also have a P.O. box. If you guys want to send me viewer mail, there is a P.O. box address usually on my videos as well. So yay for that as well. But anyways, normally my live streams are not like this, where I'm standing up and walking around. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm kind of trying to reorganize the room here, because I just been neglecting it for like the last several weeks, mostly because of me at CSUN. I don't know if she actually posted this in her video, but I have it in my future video that will be coming out much later on down the road. But I recently graduated Cal State Northridge right there, and let's just say that, you know, if you guys have followed my videos, I originally started at Los Angeles Valley College, and then I transferred 5 years later to CSUN. Was it more challenging? Absolutely. But was it worth it? Yes. And if you have seen my previous vlogs from CSUN, you will know about the trials and, what's the word I'm thinking of? No, the blood, sweat, and tears of what was going on there at CSUN. So anyways, right now, oh, and by the way, for those of you who are wondering when will the graduation video be up, since it should be up by now, I am actually waiting for my diploma to arrive in the mail. So that won't happen until, what I'm saying is that I won't actually upload the video until after I receive the diploma, because I want that to be kind of like the ending to the video. So right now I'm in week 4 in terms of them sending out the diplomas, because it's 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm waiting for that. And once I get the diploma, I will show you guys the diploma and also the frame that I got for it. And I think that'll be a good ending for that video, because it just is. Also, I actually have a few videos before I upload that one. I actually did not upload, but I edited the video such that it's good and all, and it's ready to go, but it doesn't have an official ending. Like, the last image that you see is the college, and I'm like, that's just too abrupt. I want to end it on a good note instead of just abruptly like, whoa, that's kind of weird. So I do have a few other videos I would like to post before I get to the graduation video. I do actually have a few videos from Universal Studios Hollywood. Actually, a bunch of videos from Universal Studios Hollywood that happened before my graduation. So before that video comes out, I'm going to do the Universal Studios Hollywood videos first. Then, actually, I do have one other video I want to upload that came way before the graduation ceremony. And I think I have the permission now to upload it, because it's basically what it is that I got to go and help film something over on making this project. So the video that I helped film was filmed out in Pasadena. So I didn't have the full permission to release the footage until after everything was done. And this was for a thesis that somebody was writing, and it was being filmed out in Pasadena. So now that it's been released, I could actually show you like behind the scenes now because I don't have to spoil anything. I just heard my cat Simon, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him in. Simon, 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 God. Simey. Simon's like, I want to be in the chats. Come on, let me in. You're Simon. You're Simon, my cat. He's a kitty. He's a cute little kitty. I'm a big kitty. Stop saying I'm a little kitty. Oh my, look at my face. Yeah, Tammy's a precious kitty. Hey, everybody. Okay, relax. Jeez. He likes to whine a lot. I'm sorry. If you hear him, like, yelling a lot throughout the video, I apologize. That's just him. Anyways, so if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask me, just let me know because I will be grateful to ask. Simon, you're making me mess up. Like I haven't messed up already. Anyways, if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask, I'd be free. You know, like I love to answer them. Grand fan, how's it going? Hi. Right now, I'm just trying to deal with stuff in here. But yes, I have actually been to Disneyland quite a number of times, and lately, this last trip on June 7th will be my last trip until, you know, like until late August, because right now I got a whole bunch of blackout dates, and that really stinks because I want to be able to go back during the summertime. But really, to be honest with you, the summertime is like the worst time to go to the parks. And the reason, there's actually a number of reasons. One of them being the crowds. And second of all, it gets really hot in the summertime here in SoCal. So it's not the best. Please, will you let me talk? Anyways. Am I going to D23? I would love to go. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to. It's in June, right? Or July? Yeah. So, oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I do not know if I'll be able to actually go to it. They do have something that's coming up for Star Wars Land that I would love to check out. Right, as of right now, I do not know if I will be going to D23. Simon, chill. I'm right here, okay? Stop whining. Well, I guess the question is, are you willing to try it out? I guess that's the question. I'm referring to your question. Would you recommend Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout for a person that isn't a huge fan of big rides? Well, are you willing to ride it? Because, to be honest with you, this thing is 12 stories tall. Attraction that basically drops you from that height. I know there are attractions that are much higher than that, like Supreme Scream, that will drop you even faster than Guardians. But to be honest with you, it is a fun ride. Okay, if you like adventure and if you like riding stuff that's fun, you know, go for it. If you're not really into heights, you don't like drops or anything, then you might want to skip it. Okay, you can. I actually had to do this last time because I was planning on going on Guardians again, but unfortunately I kind of had to skip out of it because I was starting to feel a little queasy about it. So in case you guys didn't know, I mean, if you'd be living on a rock if you didn't know about this, but it was originally Tower of Terror, but they converted it to Guardians of the Galaxy because of a contract issue, and it got split. So what happened was that it was turned into Guardians, but the actual attraction itself is still the same. It's an elevator drop. But it's based on Guardians of the Galaxy. And I don't know if you guys have not seen my Summer of Heroes review that I posted like last week, or was it this week or last week? No, I think it was this week. Go and check it out because I gave you guys a little bit of review. Hey, thank you. Yeah. Angry Birds. If you guys haven't seen that video, go and check it out because it really just gives you a whole like basic detail of everything that happened at Summer of Heroes. I will be posting an official video about Summer of Heroes, like actual film footage there. There was a couple of things that I wanted to film. Oh, darn it. I forgot to film something that was up there, but you know what? Forget it. But anyways, yes. Guardians is a fun ride. But if you don't like drops, it's just, it may not be the right for you because obviously, I mean, a lot of people enjoy it, okay? That's the funny thing because, well, I mean, it's not the funny thing, but it's actually, it's the truth because even though it's not Tower of Terror, it's still a lot of fun. It's still an elevator drop ride. It's actually there's actually a lot more drops in Guardians than there were for Tower of Terror. What is your problem? Seriously? Yeah, that's Simon. He is just whining and fussing. He's been whining since I brought him in, guys. I apologize. He's really fussy today. What? What? I'm talking to people on the internet. Can you please stop whining? Oh my God. If this is what having kids is like, oh God. Imagine how my parents felt when I was acting like Simon. Jeez. The funny thing is that I was never really talkative. I wasn't that much of a talker back then, but now I am. But anyways, okay. So, really? Can you please just stop meowing for just 2 minutes, please? Okay. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, Guardians of the Galaxy, in my opinion, I actually thought was better than Tower of Terror. And I know that this will be like, well, that's the name implies what it is for originally, but Tower of Terror obviously was terrifying. And I think one of the reasons why I didn't enjoy Tower of Terror was because it was a little bit too intense for, not just for me, but for some people. I know I'm used to watching really intense stuff, but when it's about a broken elevator and you hear all the sound effects, it makes it a little intense. And if you guys haven't heard about the story, if you guys didn't, watched about me telling you guys a story about my grandmother telling me about the elevator incident, then go and watch that video because it gives you a little explanation as to why I didn't particularly enjoy it. That was something I didn't really add in the videos before because I just thought I wasn't ready to tell you guys about that story. So, anyways, if you want to hear about that story, again, watch that video. But when I went on Guardians, I was actually a lot more comfortable because I actually enjoyed it mainly for the music, because the music not only was a little bit more uplifting than suspenseful, scary music or sound effects, it actually made it more enjoyable. And sometimes the drops would be synced with the music. Sometimes, not all the time. But the soundtracks that they use for the ride makes it more enjoyable, in my opinion. And I remember that some people were saying that, the ride was still made out of pure laziness, or that, what was the point of them converting it to Guard? I mean, I got really tired of explaining to people that it wasn't Disney trying to ditch a popular attraction. In my opinion, if the contract wasn't going to be, like, if they didn't want to continue the contract, they could end it no matter what, all right? So it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their choice. It's like once the contract is up, that's it. You got to do something. Otherwise, you'd be copyright infringement. You would have a copyright infringement for a ride that you don't have any legal rights to use, which isn't a good thing. So they had to get rid of it, unfortunately, for Disney Comfort Adventure. And for those who think that Guardians is going to end up in Walt Disney World, again, like I said in my video, it's not going to happen because that's Walt Disney World. This is DCA, Disney Comfort Adventure. So, because obviously Marvel is in Universal Orlando, and they have the rights to Marvel, not Walt Disney World. And for some really bizarre reason, they can't even advertise about Mission Breakout over at Walt Disney World. It's in their contracts. Now, if they wanted to rewrite the contract somehow with Marvel, that'd be one thing. But right now, they can't even use the word Marvel as part of their, either as their marketing or advertising of their attractions. So they can't say Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. They can't do that. They can't say Marvel at when you arrive at the main gates of DCA. It says Summer of Heroes, but the way they did it was such that the logo, I forget which one it is. I think it's the whole thing, but it's got a red box like Marvel, but it doesn't say Marvel. It says Summer of Heroes. I explain more. I actually talk about more about that whole situation more on my video again about my review, and you guys will know exactly what's going on. And I even read a part of the contract that they said or wrote up. So it's really bizarre. Anyways, back to my back to your guys' questions. Have you ever been to medieval times? No, I haven't been to medieval times, and I haven't been to the Pirate Dinner Theater as well. They both sound interesting, but they, I think, are very expensive. They're very expensive, so I don't think I'll be checking those out anytime soon. Plus, those are out in Orange County. Once again, I have to take like an hour and a half drive to get up there. It's actually a little bit closer because it's right by Knott's Berry Farm, so it's a little bit closer than Disneyland. It's like a couple more miles or a couple of miles less than Disneyland, so I don't know. We'll see. But they're very expensive, and I don't know if you can actually film inside them. I know some people have, but I don't know if you can actually film the entire thing because they don't want people to spoil the show. They don't want viewers to spoil the show. Hang on one sec. I gotta see something. Okay, Tiny. Hey, you still here? Oh, you are? Okay. Are you, sorry about that. My folks are heading out the door. Had to see them off. They grew up so fast. Yes, and if you go and check it out, I highly recommend it, the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. And I was telling Mel Beasy TV that I don't think this made it into their video, but it will definitely end up in mine. But I mentioned that the people that were the so-called haters of the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, they love it now because obviously they were just trying to throw out hate and, you know, trying to do the best to do whatever it was to dislike the ride. But you know what? They kept their mouths shut because obviously it's a fun attraction, okay? Here's the deal. Don't judge a book by its cover, okay? Don't judge a ride without actually riding it, okay? You need to ride it first before you make your judgments, okay? So instead of flapping your gums, like what Judge Milan says, just be patient, let the Disney Imagineers do their magic. When the ride opens, then go and check it out. Then you can make your thoughts and opinions after you get on and off the ride. If you still don't like the ride, that's your opinion. If you do like the ride, that's your opinion. But you don't want to throw out your opinions way before the attraction even has opened. It's even open. Sorry, bad grammar. Just saying. Where do I think Super Nintendo Land will be built? Well, it's going to be on the lower lot, I can tell you right now, because they're talking about building a gigantic land, okay? And obviously, if you guys haven't seen the videos, they are planning on building a Mario Kart ride, which I knew all along. And you know what? Even though they say we're going to use cutting edge technology, something that we've never experienced before, but to be honest with you, the only way they're going to be able to do a Mario Kart ride is a simulator ride. It's either going to be like the Simpsons ride, which I highly doubt, but to be honest with you, it's going to be like Transformers, okay? There's no doubt in my mind that the Mario Kart ride is going to be like Transformers or the Amazing Spider-Man ride. There's no way around it, because I know that some people don't like the idea of simulator rides and using a whole bunch of screens, but you know what? How in the world? I mean, you can't actually have a Mario character in a cart racing around with you. It's probably going to be something like what they did with the Jimmy Fallon ride. It's quite possible. The race through New York with Jimmy Fallon over in Universal Orlando. It's either that or it's going to be like a single car that could hold up to like maybe 12 people for like for Transform. And it's probably going to be 3D. No doubt it's going to be 3D, because a lot of the attractions now are based in 3D. Whether or not it's going to be a single car ride or like The Simpsons or Jimmy Fallon, I really don't know. But honestly, if I was the creator of the ride, I would do it such that it will first 3D and have a few 4D effects like water effects, fire effects, because obviously they have a whole bunch of objects in there that you can use. But I make it in such a way where, yes, it is enjoyable, but it relates back to the ride and not something that somebody else created. And in terms of like other attractions, I honestly don't know how they're gonna be able to do that. From the blueprints, or not blueprints, but like their concept art, it kind of looks like we'll have character interactions with like Mario, kind of like what we saw in the construction update or the announcement video. They will have a Mario character. I'm pretty much betting that Princess Peach will be a live-action character, which, you know, it's not really that shocking, because if you guys have seen Shrek with Fiona, Shrek is a costume character, but Princess Fiona is a live character. So Mario's going to be a character that's, you know, costumed. If they play Mario, that actually would be pretty cool, instead of just having him as a costume character, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be that way. If they do actually have a live-action Mario, this guy would love to audition for it, because I could do a pretty good impersonation of Mario. It's me, Mario! So, I don't know. We'll see. But Princess Peach, from the looks of it, will be a live character, and we'll be able to talk to you and that sort of thing. Toad looks like it might be costumed. Yoshi might be there. I'm pretty sure Luigi's going to be there, so we'll see what happens. But Bowser, I don't know. I don't think there's a character interaction with Bowser. I think they should, because obviously they got Megatron at Transformers, and they have like the Universal horror films, and yeah, you know, they got the monsters from the old classic monster films. So I would love if they also had Bowser too, and Donkey Kong. I think we're getting a little too much. Who else do you think should be in Nintendo Land? Some people are saying that they should have Link in there. I don't know, maybe. I haven't been that much of a Zelda fan, to be honest with you. I mean, I know I have Zelda the game on my Nintendo, what is it, the Super Nintendo? Which version of Zelda do I have? Is it the first edition or the second edition? Legend of Zelda. Where is it? Legend of Zelda 1 and 2. The Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. So I basically have two copies of two different Zelda games on this. So yeah, I personally have not really been a big fan of Zelda because I never played the games. I know there's such a big, huge fan base for Zelda, but to be honest with you, I've never played Zelda before. I mean, I've seen Smosh's videos about Zelda, and good for them that they have such a big hype, but I have not played Zelda, honest to God. Mamma mia! Ah, mamma mia. I can't really do Luigi's voice. I used to, but I can't. I did mention the minecart. Oh, Donkey Kong minecart. So I don't know if I saw that one. I think I missed it. So it looks like if you're saying that's true, then it looks like they're going to be building like a Donkey Kong related ride. Again, that might be another simulator ride, to be honest with you, because I mean, how else are they going to do that? It's probably going to be like either maybe Gringotts at Diagon Alley, or what's the other one I'm thinking of? It might, you know what? To be honest with you, I'm just thinking about this, and if Donkey Kong does become a ride, I think I know a good place where they could put something like that. Probably Revenge of the Mummy, because there's been rumors going around saying that Revenge of the Mummy might be closing. Speaking of closures, Shrek 4D and I was going to say Disneyland, Shrek 4D in Universal Studios Hollywood will be closing in, I think it's August. And the reason why is because they're going to be doing a whole thing for Kung Fu Panda. But here's the problem I've got. Okay, guys, here's the thing. When they closed down the whole splash zone for Curious George, which used to be for the liquor, they had a whole bunch of Nickelodeon characters at one point, and that was their area, the splash zone. It had like a rocket and everything, where you got to meet like SpongeBob and Patrick, and there was at one point they had the Rugrats there. I don't remember exactly who else was at Universal because I didn't go to Universal at that time. Hang on one second, I gotta go blow my nose. But after SpongeBob, well, not SpongeBob, but after they got the rights to Curious George and made the Curious George movie, what happened was that they converted that Nickelodeon Splash Zone into Curious George's Splash Zone. So the rocket changed to feature Curious George, but not SpongeBob. They still had a SpongeBob-style store, but even that was converted into more of a cartoon-style like store that sold merch. Now that the Splash Zone is gone, has been replaced with Harry Potter, there's really no reason to have SpongeBob there, because really there's no reference to Nickelodeon or to SpongeBob at Universal now. Same thing is true with Scooby-Doo, because Scooby-Doo is Warner Brothers. I don't know how in the world they'd be able to get the rights to have the characters in Universal. I think that's kind of a, I don't know, kind of a stupid idea. But SpongeBob, as much as we enjoy SpongeBob at Universal, he needs to go, because obviously there's nothing really connecting him to Universal anymore. His whole attraction area is gone. It just needs to go. Now that Shrek is going to be leaving, Universal Studios Hollywood, obviously it's going to be a sad time, because you know, people love that 4D attraction. I actually have, believe it or not, did I put it away yet? I have the video of Shrek 4D right here. This is Shrek 4D, guys. DreamWorks actually released a DVD copy way back before the attraction was released as a bonus disc with the Shrek movie. And I saw this, and my folks were like, well, we can still go to the attraction. We don't need to actually have the film. Well, many years later, I got the DVD. And to be honest with you, the 3D is fine. So if Shrek 4D goes, I've got it right here. No problem. I can just plug it into my DVD player and watch it at home. But the problem is that this may be gone, but the characters will remain. They're converting the theater into what they call the DreamWorks Theater. And plus, here's the other thing. 2 years ago, they closed down their queue line area for Shrek and replaced it with this really nice, like, liquid amber forest, okay? Bunch of trees. It was really nice. It looked great. It made the whole area fit the Shrek feeling. But now that they are planning on replacing it with Kung Fu Panda, it doesn't quite fit. It's like, why? You just rebuilt this place. I don't get it. Why? It doesn't make any sense. And plus, Kung Fu Panda, in my opinion, it's not as popular as Shrek. There have been rumors flying around that they may make another Shrek film. It's either going to be a 5th Shrek film or a reboot of Shrek. If it's a reboot of Shrek, I'm not going to be happy about it because obviously they won't have the original cast in it anymore. You can pretty much bet that Donkey will be played by Eddie Murphy and Shrek will be played by Mike Myers. And Princess Fiona will be played by Cameron Diaz. It's like, why? For what? It's too early of Shrek. It's been about, what, 10 years since they made the last Shrek movie? If anything, just make a 5th Shrek film, but make it such as like the first 2 Shrek films. Shrek 1 was great. Shrek 2 was even better. Shrek 3 was kind of like the downfall. I think it actually was a little bit worse than Shrek 4. Shrek 4 was okay, but it had the whole, It's a Wonderful Life scenario, which, has been used many different times. That gets to be a bit boring sometimes. But it was still fun. Honestly, if they really wanted to do something with Shrek as a 5th movie, don't reboot it. Just make a 5th Shrek film. Because, you can't remove the voice of Eddie Murphy or Mike Myers from those characters because it won't be the same, okay? That's what made their characters enjoyable. If you have different characters that are being played by different actors, or the same characters that you know for a while, played by different actors, the originality, the hilarity from those characters is not going to be fun anymore. Just saying. So I would rather, if they don't actually make a 5th Shrek film, then don't. Because obviously, when they made the 4th Shrek film, Shrek Forever After, technically that was supposed to be their last and final Shrek film. And if they're saying now they want to make another film, then they probably shouldn't have made Shrek 4 with the title Shrek Forever After. But that's my opinion. Anyways, let's see here. So yeah, Shrek 4D will be replaced with some sort of Kung Fu Panda attraction, like a 3D movie or something. But here's the thing, though. Like I said, Shrek 4D may be gone, or will be gone in the next couple of months. But the characters will still be here because the theater will not be Castle Duloc, which is Castle. It's going to be called DreamWorks Animation Theater or something like that, DreamWorks Theater. So basically, the DreamWorks characters are going to be roaming around Universal. And there's actually a couple of characters that they're going to be bringing back, like the characters from Madagascar. They're back. They used to be at Universal for a while. Then they left for a while. And now they're bringing them back. The penguins are coming back. The animals are coming back. But what's really interesting is that Shrek and Fiona will be there. Plus, they're adding Puss in Boots. Now, if you guys don't remember, Puss in Boots had his own solo film a number of years ago, which didn't do as well as Shrek. But I find it interesting that they will now be bringing Puss in Boots to Universal when they should have brought him a long time ago. Okay? I think the idea of bringing him now is a bad idea because, again, they should have brought him a long time ago when they needed more characters in the park. Because they already have Shrek, they already have Donkey, they already have Fiona. And I was watching the footage from, what was it, Universal Japan or Universal Studios Singapore, and they had a character interaction with Puss in Boots at that time. And I'm like, well, how come we don't have him here? I think now is a little late for that, but you never know. The popularity, but that's the thing though. If they take out Shrek 4D, it's not going to make much sense for Puss to be at Universal because he was in Shrek 2. He's not in Kung Fu Panda. He's in Shrek. Plus, he had his own solo film. So why are they deciding to bring him after the right is basically gone? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, anyways, enough about Universal. I don't usually want to talk about Universal on this channel, but you know what? Since I have the larger audience here, I feel as though I might be able to have my voice heard here instead of my vlog series channel, which has over like almost 150 subscribers. So there's a big difference there. So I hope you guys don't mind me talking about that because, yeah, Universal has been going through some changes lately. This is Universal Studios Hollywood. Universal Orlando, they've got a huge property, okay? If you plan on coming to Universal and are planning to stay in the hotel, trust me, you can pretty much get everything done at Universal in one day. I've done that. And it's a very small place. It's not as, I mean, it doesn't even compare to, say, Universal Orlando. It's probably a third I know is like. Right now, we have, obviously, the Wizarding World Harry Potter. That includes the Forbidden Journey and the Flight of the Hippogriff. They say that the Hippogriff is a little bit longer than the one in Orlando, but I don't really know about that. Some people I've heard some people say that for those who come in from Orlando, that the lockers in Hogsmeade, or not Hogsmeade, I mean Hogwarts Castle, are smaller than the ones in Orlando. I don't know. We'll see. But obviously, we got the Wizarding World Harry Potter, but it only has 2 attractions. I know, well, actually 3 because they got Ollivanders, but that's not really an attraction. It's a walkthrough attraction. But Wizarding World, then we have the Studio Tour, which Orlando doesn't have. Ours is unique that way because obviously this is a studio, right? We also have the Universal Animal Actors, Despicable Me, Minnie and Mayhem, which unfortunately I'm not a big fan of because I've never really been a big fan of Despicable Me, to be honest with you. I didn't think it was that great of a ride to begin with, but whatever. The Walking Dead attraction and the Simpsons ride and the special effects stage. What else? Shrek 4D, Waterworld, which I don't think Universal Orlando has anymore. Actually, no, I think it does still have that. I don't know. I haven't been to Universal Orlando. Down in the lower lots. Hang on. Wait a minute. Instead of me just reading them off, just thinking off the top of my head, I do have a map that I could use. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Is this okay, here we go. Okay. Transformers Ride 3D, Revenge of the Mummy, Jurassic Park, Animal Actors, Despicable Me, Walking Dead, Waterworld, Special Effects Show, Simpsons, Studio Tour, and Shrek 4D. That's pretty much it. They didn't read the Jaws ride here. I never got to ride. You know what? The thing is that with Jaws the Ride, that's a huge attraction. We have a very small version of that on the Studio Tour right there where Cabot Cove is. I mean, it's like Jaws the Ride, but it's on the Studio Tour. They would need a huge property in order to build Jaws the Ride there at Universal Studios Hollywood. I really doubt that's ever going to happen. But I agree with you. I thought Jaws the Ride looked fun. We have the Earthquake Simulator, which is over on the Studio Tour. They used to have that as an actual ride at Universal Orlando. You can still kind of ride it like the same way you do on that ride in Hollywood. We didn't have the Twister exhibit. That was over there in Orlando. King Kong 360 3D, in my mind, intended for the Studio Tour. But when they announced that it was going to be an actual ride, like it's called Kong Skull Island or something like that, has no reference to the movie, by the way. But when I heard that they were building an actual ride for King Kong 360 3D, I felt like we were getting kind of gypped out on it because if they really wanted to make it as a ride, they could have done it here in Hollywood too, but no, they had to make it for the studio tour. Plus, the studio tour, the way they do it is such a way it goes through the jungle, and then when King Kong leaves, it almost looks like he's stepping on the studio tour, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But on the ride, he's actually jumping up onto the rocks and leaving. But there is a good chunk of the ride in Orlando that is part of the studio tour. They just converted the last car that you see in the video into a vehicle like you see on the ride. And they have, of course, have an animatronic King Kong, which we don't have. And is it longer? It's probably a few not seconds. I mean, a few minutes longer. But like some people have said, they probably would have liked to have seen it a little bit longer than what they have now. But it is what it is. Same thing is true with Fast and Furious Supercharged. With Fast and Furious Supercharged, personally, I thought it was meant for Universal Studios Hollywood, especially for the studio tour. But now they've made an announcement saying that it's going to be a part of Universal Orlando as well as its own attraction. I don't really know how they'll be able to pull that off unless it's like individual cars, kind of like what they do with Transformers. But I don't know. They're going to have to film extra scenes or something. But we'll see. I really don't know. If anything, well, I don't think we'll be getting the Jimmy Fallon ride, the race through New York, because the way they have it set up there is perfect. Because the area where they built the ride is supposed to look like New York. It fits over there. And some people actually really enjoyed it, but we'll see. Yes, the animatronic King Kong. We used to have that here in Hollywood, but the soundstage where it was housed got burned down. We had a huge fire on the studio backlot a number of years ago, and the attraction burned down, which was very sad because I don't know if the studio tour was actually running at the time. I don't think it was. I think it was like in the early morning hours when this happened. But yeah, there was actually a very big fire that destroyed most of the backlot. And it just seems like I mean, was it, what am I trying to say? Forget what I was going to say. The fire destroyed most of the back lot, but they did save the area where they filmed Back to the Future by some miracle. So yeah, it was a big fire. It was really sad to see it go. But they came out of the ashes came a new King Kong 360 3D attraction. So, well, it's not really new anymore, but it was supposedly the largest 3D soundstage in the world. But now that we got the Fast and Furious Supercharged, I think that's bigger, to be honest with you. But anyways, since you do many videos on Disneyland and Universal, has either of them asked you to work for them? No. But I really don't know how to say this, but if I was to work at Universal, I hope people don't give me a lot of hate for that, because I know that on this channel I talk a lot about Disneyland stuff, and that's my norm, right? I want to talk more about, thank you, another compliment for the shirt. My norm is that I want to talk more about Disneyland than Universal, but since Universal's been getting a lot of attention lately, it's kind of hard not to miss it, right? And plus I live like 10 minutes away from the place. Here's the deal. If I talk about Universal in some of my videos, don't give me a lot of garbage about that, because I love a lot of things about some theme parks. There's some theme parks I haven't been to and I don't like. And there have been some theme parks I want to go to but haven't been able to go to, like Legoland or SeaWorld. So, you know, whether I'll get to those places or not, I don't know. We'll see. But if I was to work at Universal, I don't want to get a lot of hate for that. And the reason why I say that is because, yes, I do a lot of stuff for Disney. I do a lot of stuff for the parks. But to be honest with you, Universal is by far way closer than Disneyland. I'll give you guys an example. This last trip on June 7th, I left here early at 7, and I got there at about 8, right around the time when the park was supposed to open up. So I got there about an hour. However, I forgot my phone, so I had to go back. I literally was pulling into Disneyland when I realized I did not have my phone. So I had to turn around, head back here to get my phone. And guess how long the drive was? Maybe 2.5 hours, because the traffic was terrible. Really bad. Once I got my phone, it took me about another hour to get up there because the traffic, when I was watching the traffic route to see what it was like going back in the opposite direction, heading back to Disneyland, it looks fine. Still got there in about an hour. But when I left later that day, another it was 3 hours long to get back home. Like, imagine me driving home late at night from a day of work at Disneyland, spending 2.5 hours on the freeway trying to get back home. That's not going to be a lot of sleep for me, okay? I won't be getting a lot of sleep after that, because I have to get back up the next day and head back to Disneyland. However, with Universal, I've timed it. It takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to and from my home to Universal, and then Universal and back. Just like that. It's quick for me. It's obviously a lot closer, okay? If I actually wanted to work at Disneyland, I would have to move up there, which right now financially I can't do. And honestly, I don't even know if I want to potentially work at Disneyland, because, I mean, as much as I enjoy Disneyland, there's some things about their regulations that might hinder me from maybe being employed by them or having to really stop my videos here on this channel. Like, it's gonna go either one of two ways. One, I work for Disney and I have to stop making videos, or two, I continue making videos, but I'm not gonna be employed by them. Now, there have been like other YouTubers who are employed by a branch of Disney. In case you don't know, Maker Studios, they're going down the tubes because Disney purchased them, but right now it's pretty much gone at this point, which is sad because Maker had a lot of potential for they could get from Disney. I thought it was going to be a good combination because Maker was at a point where they were doing really successful, and I'm thinking, oh, Disney, that's great because, you know, this is a big company. However, things happen. Things happened with Maker and Disney that really did not work. They weren't connecting like magnets. In fact, they were repelling each other. It's like Maker had their own group of people that were able to help, like, keep the business running. But they were replaced by people by Disney that really didn't really have any idea how to run this business, because Disney never really had a business that dealt with online videos as much as Makers. If you guys don't know, Makers was built by YouTubers, by people who actually knew how to run the business. When you get somebody that's an outside source that starts taking over, and if they don't have a clue, things are like going to fall apart immediately, okay? And unfortunately, Maker Studios is pretty much gone at this point, which is sad. They had to lay off thousands of employees and thousands of YouTubers. I have a couple of friends that had partnerships with Maker Studios, and they had issues with them, and they got laid off because of this whole incident, which, in my opinion, is very sad, because here they're doing as much as they can to reach out to their audience and trying to make videos, and also trying to get paid so that they can help themselves financially in terms of paying for their bills and paying for whatever they needed to pay for. But it just wasn't working. And Disney is now trying to, in a way, reboot Maker Studios, but it's not going to be called Maker Studios anymore. Basically, Maker Studios is dead. So I'm sad to see it go. I'm really sad because, you know, there was a lot of potential, but it just didn't work. Okay, it's like water and oil; it doesn't mix. So I feel very bad for my friends that were with Maker Studios and watching them get laid off. I want to tell you guys this story so much, but I can't because of legal reasons. But anyways, I mean, I wasn't sued for anything, okay? Let me just put it that way. It's just something that I can't really talk about. I talked about it offline on different social media, but I don't want to say what it is here on this channel because I just don't. Anyways, yeah. But if I really had to work at a place, it would have to be somewhere close, and that place is Universal. Have I reached out to those parks to actually work for them? Yes, I have actually. Not Disneyland, but Disney in general. Just by trying getting into an internship while I was at CSUN, but that unfortunately didn't go through. Same thing is true what happened with Project Match. That didn't go through. But the thing with Disney, I think, was a lot more challenging than the one with Project Match. I am actually waiting for a response from Universal for something, so we'll see. Just a lot of things are happening right now, and it's just a little bit challenging. So we'll see what goes on. Let's see here. Favorite restaurant at City Walk. To be honest with you, I haven't really been to many of the restaurants in City Walk. Like, the only restaurant I've been to is the Johnny Rockets, which is sad because we used to have a bunch of Johnny Rockets in my neighborhood, and they've all been either shut down or closed. Well, that's the same thing. Sorry. Been converted to some other restaurant. And I think it's sad because Johnny Rockets is a good restaurant. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I did graduate. I'm still waiting for my bachelor's degree. But yes, this is the diploma holder right here. But I'm not going to put the diploma in here. I'm actually going to put it in a very nice looking, frame. I still have the box for this thing. I can't believe it. How do I open this? Oh, yeah. I'm amazed this thing hasn't gotten scratched up yet because I brought it out a number of times. We're going to be planning on hanging this up above on my bulletin board. There it is. That's the frame I'm going to put it in. And originally we would go to like Aaron Brothers for this, but I was like, you know what? This is a lot better. You're probably asking yourselves, why do I have two tassels in here? Well, I got to readjust them, but one of them is the tassel that I wore on my... Actually, no. This tassel right here, I actually got this. But the second tassel is the tassel that I used for my graduation gown and cap because, well, here's the thing. It's the CSUN colors. The red and black one. This one right here, red and white or silver one, that's my curve tassel. So that basically is a separate tassel that I actually wore to my graduation ceremony. And that frame was actually big enough to put both of those in there. So I was like, you know what? I'll put both in there. But yeah, anyways, I forgot what I was talking about earlier, so I apologize. Oh, City Walk, right. So the Johnny Rockets in my neighborhood either closed down or were refurbished to some other restaurant. So the only Johnny Rockets we've been to now is the one over in City Walk. And that's really the only restaurant we've been to. I know they got a Jamba Juice in there. They have a Starbucks and the Bubba Gump's Shrimp Company. Excuse me. A bunch of other restaurants there that are brand new, which I haven't tried out yet. But we'll see what happens there. Anyways. Is the quality of my video very bad? Oh my gosh. By the way, you guys, if the quality on your computer is really off, It looks like it's terrible. Yes, I have seen the candy there. Oh, sugar? Is that what it's called? Yes, I have seen it. If your quality is not that good, over by, where is it? Over on this side, right over here in this area, there is a little icon right over here that looks like a little gear and it says HD. Click on that and you'll see something pop up that says annotations, speed, and quality. Click on quality and click on 720 HD, and the quality should actually be a little bit better. Mine's not, because for some reason it doesn't like me. Nothing does. So if the quality is really bad, because mine was running at 240, so click on the little gear head thing, which is right in this area here. Should be right in here, and it says it's a gear that says HD. It's basically the settings option, and the quality, it should be about 720p. So click on quality, you'll see like 720, 480, 360. There's a 720 option there. For some reason, when I'm recording this looks perfectly fine. It looks like it's HD. And I think that's the reason why people are leaving. So hopefully the quality looks a little bit better. What I'm thinking I might do is I'm actually I'm going to pause this for just a minute and see if maybe I can flush out something on my internet. So I will be right back, you guys. I'm going to pause the live stream, commercial break, and see if I can fix this a little bit. So stick around. It's probably going to take about 5 minutes. So I'll be back in a little bit. Plus, I have to hit the restroom. So while that's getting flushed out, I'll try to fix this problem. So stick around. I'll be right back, and I'll see if I can fix it. But right now, I'm going to try to see if I can get it done. So the live stream will still continue on. It's just that my internet's going to be off for a few minutes. So I'm going to try to make this a little bit better. And if it's not better, then obviously something's wrong with my computer. So I'm going to take a 5-minute break, 5-10 minute break. I'll come back, and we'll continue having our little live chat here on the Design Video Series. See you guys in a little bit. Okay. I don't know if I'm back online now. I should be. It's better. Anybody see me yet? Okay. I don't know if I'm. It looks a little bit better. Yep. 24. It looks a little better, in my opinion. But, anyways. It looks like I still have the same issue from last time. Anyway, I tried. Doesn't look like it worked. But anyways, maybe I should just end the video here because obviously my problem didn't fix itself. But anyways, if you guys want me to stick around, I will. But I just was going to try to see if I could fix maybe the quality, but it doesn't look like it, so that's a drag. Try to see if I can shut down a couple of items here. Shut that down. Okay. Well, the quality does actually look a little better. Anyways, all right, you guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my live chat, and thank you so much. I'm sorry my quality wasn't as good as it usually is, but I guess in some respects it's never really that good. But anyways, again, if you guys want to try to see if you can fix the quality on your end, try checking out the little gear symbol. Oh wait, it actually is clearing up a little bit, so it's working on my end. Anyways, let's see here. There's some things on the display you guys haven't seen in any of my previous videos yet, but at some point you will. The gloves and cup that you see up there on the display, that's new. And the Guardians obviously are new. I did get some new pins recently, so I will be showing you guys later on down the road. Oh, and here's the deal. I will be releasing next week a video from Guardians. That's a mealtime design video. It's where I got the nachos, the obviously nachos. Then next week, for those of you who are from the Mel BZ TV channel, I will be releasing a different video that features her and her family, and that will be in 2 weeks. Now, in terms of me like releasing the vlog footage from June 7th, which features her and her family, that will come 2 months later, because literally I tried uploading a video last night, and when I woke up, it should have been at least maybe halfway done or somewhat like past the halfway point. It only said it was 6% done, which is ridiculous because my internet sucks. Okay. And I think I flushed out whatever it was that was hosing up the internet. So hopefully it'll go up a lot faster. But this next vlog that's coming up, Disneyland vlog number 119, is from February of this year. Now, for those of you who are wondering as to why I'm uploading those videos from the past, is because I haven't uploaded them yet. So yes, there will be some vlogs that will feature things that have already opened, but are still in the process of being either worked on or constructed in the videos they'll be uploading soon, like for my March videos. So please don't give me a lot of hate for that, because one of the main reasons why I didn't upload those videos is because during that time, I was in class. And I was dealing with the virtual reality course and CSUN and just a whole bunch of stuff happening at class. So I didn't really have enough time to post those videos. So there's just one video left from February, and then the next several videos will be from March, and then I think May, and then we'll get to June. But there's a lot of vlogs, you guys, that are becoming, and yes, some of them may seem a little bit outdated, but not by a lot, maybe by a few months. But trust me, they're still a lot of fun. I still try to find some ways to make them fun and entertaining in the videos. But please don't give me a lot of garbage about saying that they are late. They are obviously late, and I've already explained as to why, and I don't have to explain it again, right? So, anyways, The videos that I just told you about where I was with MilBZ TV, those will come out probably in like maybe July. Just saying. Maybe late July. But vlogs, I will get around to those. Plus, I have a whole bunch of videos that I have filmed here. And for those who are recently subscribed, like actually subscribed to my channel right now, I need to upload my trailer video. I don't think I've really had an official trailer on this channel since my first video on this channel, literally. So I've updated my my trailer, and it's hopefully going to be released sometime next week. And I hope you guys don't mind the change in the intro for my videos, where it's like the 5-second clip of the picture. The main reason I did that is because whenever I edited in my intro for the videos lately or recently, the trailer itself is like 30 to 40 seconds long, okay? And I just felt like that was too long. So I really cut it down such that it was like maybe 5 seconds long, which I think is, you know, fine, because I wanted to be able to get more content in, maybe slim down the videos a little bit more, but not have a super long intro where people be like, oh, you get to the video now. So that's what I did, and I hope people don't mind that, because that's what I needed to do in order to be able to provide more content and a much shorter intro. And I know that the intro is not the same. It doesn't show like the different scenes from you know, Disneyland anymore. It's just a picture that I basically updated since the 60th anniversary. I'm actually planning on doing more of that, but like different pictures. So what I'm planning on doing is that I might have a picture of, say, the Haunted Mansion or the Carthay Circle, maybe the Mickey's Fun Wheel, the Tower, maybe not the Tower of Terror, but Guardians of the Galaxy. I might throw in Tower of Terror, but I'm going to try to vary it in such a way where it's not just going to be the castle anymore. It's also going to be some like other attractions. So I might even do one where I have a picture of my display, and they will all be shot, and they will be done in such a way where it's kind of similar to what I did with the castle. My original picture, by the way, is right here. This was featured at the 2016 Multimedia Showcase, and it's funny because, you know, I had judges like actually judging the pictures. One of them was like, they didn't fully understand it, and I'm like, what's not? They're not to understand. It's me at Disneyland. Seriously. But this is the photo that was showing the actual like display prop that was used in the showcase. I have it here at home now. It got a little dirty because it wasn't neatly displayed, unfortunately. But it's titled The Happiest Place on Earth. What I'm planning on doing is I'm going to crop this portion out, like cut it out, and put it in the other pictures that have like the other stuff in the background. Like this will be Carthay Circle, Guardians of the Galaxy, but this will still be the same. I won't have to redo this over and over again. So that's going to be really cool. It's going to be a little bit challenging because I have to use the computer in the living room, as say the computers I used to use over at CSUN. So I hope that sounds cool. And there will be more intros. You know, I'm going to try to vary it so it's not the same old boring castle. And other attractions I might include. What else could I include? Maybe the Matterhorn. That might be too difficult though. I might include Space Mountain. Maybe the Finding Nemo submarine voyage. If I find a good image of it, I might be able to use that. The teacups probably. And I don't know. I might do something for Hollywoodland or what if there's really not a whole lot I can really use, but we'll see. I just thought of this yesterday, and I was like, you know, that'd be kind of cool. It looks like I got a helicopter blade or something going on right here. Oh, no. Helicopter head. Anyways, all right, you guys. Well, that's my little update there. So, yes, the vlogs a lot of them are going to be late. So I apologize for that, but mostly it's because of CSUN, and I had to deal with stuff at CSUN, and they had a higher priority than my videos. I know I had videos that were being posted on my second channel that were not of high priority, but were my vlogs, And the main reason why I was able to upload those more than the Disneyland stuff was because the Disneyland videos are recorded on my GoPro instead of my flip cam. My flip cam can be easily rendered like that, and I have a separate program that can easily render the footage a lot faster than Final Cut. That's iMovie, which I kind of had to retrain myself on how to use iMovie. Long time. But I was able to get the videos up from CSUN onto my iMovie a lot faster than, say, Disneyland. And plus, I had the better internet connection over at CSUN than here. So on that note, guys, just letting you guys know that there will be more vlogs, but a lot of them will be coming from March and May pretty soon. The June vlogs, which features Summer of Heroes and Mill BZ TV, will be up. But give it some time, because there's a lot of videos that I've been planning to release for a while. I still have to upload a new video about my pin collection, and trust me, right now I'm at a point where I can say this is my updated collection now, because originally I was going to post a video like a couple weeks from now, but since I got new pins, I got to add them into the video. So luckily I didn't really film the entire video just yet, so I got to update it and then release it, because now I'm at a point where I'm not really going to Disneyland until August. So now's the best time to do that. Plus, I got new droids. So I was planning on releasing a video about my droid collection. That video will be coming out now. And in terms of my Disneyland Battleground videos, yes, I will be bringing those back. And it's going to feature not just stuff from Disneyland now. It's also going to be featuring a lot of stuff from other theme parks. Like, I have an idea of a video where I'm going to be having a battle between the Disneyland Castle versus the Hogwarts Castle. Yes, Universal has a castle now, so there's a good battle right there. I'm actually planning a new series that's going to be coming later on down the road, where I try to compare the original animated feature with the updated version. Obviously, we have Beauty and the Beast, which just got released on video and, or not video, but DVD and Blu-ray. And I will compare that to the animated feature. Same thing is true with the Jungle Book, the Alice in Wonderland movies, and Maleficent, and Pete's Dragon, although Pete's Dragon was a live action film. So it might be more of a, well, it's still the same concept. And I'm probably going to do that the same with the Tron movies, and also the upcoming films like The Lion King. That's one of those films that personally I don't think they need to reboot, because it's too close to when they released the original, feature. Dumbo, obviously, will be getting its own video. Peter Pan, yes. Tinkerbell, yes. So stay tuned for those videos. So not only is there going to be new Disneyland Battleground videos, but also a new series of videos that'll be comparing the videos, like the different movies from each other, seeing which one is better, which are what has like similar parts and like differences. And I might actually do a series of videos about the movies themselves, like a history of Disneyland movies or Disney movies altogether, because I've literally been collecting a lot of films, and lately a lot of them have been in chronological order. My vault is getting, like, it has over 100 DVDs in here, and I've seen a bunch of them. I've pretty much seen the entire vault, and I would love to be able to do a movie by movie like timeline as to like the first movie that Disney released, which is Snow White, up to today. And that's going to be like a lot of movies, you guys. And there might be some that I might miss because I might not have seen it just yet. But what I want to do is, as I wanted to do a review of all the films I've seen in chronological order, the way they were released from their date up to the present time, and talk about the history behind them, what was going on at that time. Like when they released Dumbo, that was in 1941. And it was one of the most popular films because that was released right around the time we were attacked by Japan at Pearl Harbor. For 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, that was like, literally, if this film was not successful, we wouldn't have Disneyland, okay? Because they needed that financial success from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to help build Disneyland. Because if 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea didn't like become really successful, Disneyland probably would have been opened years later, or maybe not have ever happened. It might have not have ever been built in Anaheim, because originally it was going to be built in Griffith Park, over where Forest Lawn is. So yeah, how about that, right? But it'll be a lot smaller. And honestly, if it was built over here, trust me, we wouldn't have Disney California Adventure, guys. And there's a lot of history behind it too, but I don't want to give anything away because I want to, you know, come up with that series. So anyways, those are my ideas, new ideas I want to show you guys or mention to you and see what you guys think about that. And here, just blacked out for a second. Oh man, hold on. Whoa, this is bizarre. I got a trailer. Wait, I can't see my chat, you guys. Give me 1 second because I can't see it. There's a video. Oh, here we go. It's a Galaxy food over DCA. Yes, I have, and I will be back at Disneyland maybe in late August. I don't exactly know when. I have to check the annual pass. In fact, let me just go ahead and check right now. And by the way, I just got word that the Disneyland Rail will be open by like July 28th, just saying, which will be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are in. My knees, I've been standing up for a while. I literally did not get a lot of sleep last night, so if I seem a little cranky or something, I apologize. I got a late sleep last night. I don't know what's going on with my forehead. That's really weird. No makeup, you guys. Total legit. Okay, so the time I'm able to go back to Disneyland, the first date will probably be Monday, August 21st. So the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, and then the following week is the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. So those are the days where I'll be able to go back. And I don't know exactly when I'll be heading back because I haven't actually made an official announcement of when I'll be heading back. So once again, the dates for August of when I can return are the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Then the 25th and 26th, 27th, those are blackout dates. I can't go at that time. And then after that, they're the Monday, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. Those are the days when I will be officially be able to go back. The Friday of the 25th of August, I won't be able to return. So, and in terms of the Guardians of the Galaxy themed food, yes, I had the obviously nachos, and recently, you guys can see the MobileBC TV vlog that I was in. I got to try out the most dangerous tacos in the galaxy, and honestly, it's not really that dangerous. You have to see my video in the next 2 weeks, but this Monday, I'll be posting my first of 2 videos from Guardians of the Galaxy, the food that is, and that's the obviously nachos, and you guys are going to be kind of surprised at my reaction to them. All right, so I'm not going to give anything away, but I kind of gave a little bit of a hint in her vlog, but anyways. Let's see here. Wow, you guys, I'm betting that a lot of you are from MobileBC TV because yesterday my viewer count or subscriber count was at 1,221. It's now 1,232. If you guys are from MobileBC's channel, hi, how's it going? Sean Allen here. I really am really grateful you guys have decided to tune in. Thank you so much for taking the time to subscribe to my channel. That really does mean a lot. And be sure to check out my videos because I have over 400 videos on this channel. That includes Mealtime in Disneyland videos, my vlogs, my ride reviews, my special events. I am covering this whole thing about Guardians of the Galaxy and Summer of Heroes. And I really do appreciate the views. So thank you so much for checking out the channel. And it really does mean a lot. And to MobileBC TV, thank you so much. I already mentioned, I said it on her comment section that I was grateful that she let me be a part of her day because she literally had gotten there at Disneyland that day, day one. So it was a lot of fun. Plus we met Brizzy Voices, who some of you guys may have heard of. She does like Harley Quinn impersonations and Pokemon characters. And she's basically someone that does a lot of impersonations, and she does some stuff with Disney as well. And I'm really grateful to have met her, and no like real like intention of doing any collaborations that or anything like that. But you never know. Maybe at some point, maybe one of these days. But MobileBC TV was really one of my first times to be a part of somebody else's channel, which is pretty cool. That's what YouTube collabs all about. And I love doing stuff like that. And you know, some people have been asking me what's going on with Fresh Baked. Honestly, I don't think it's ever going to happen, guys. And you know, I did meet Dave one day. He's the one that does a lot of the Star Wars line updates, and I did meet Paparazzi Mike, who I don't think is on their channel anymore. Just saying. And honestly, you know, it was a shot in the dark to see if maybe I could get in touch with Fresh Baked, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think one of the main reasons is because they don't want to interact with somebody who does the exact same thing or something similar to what they do, because they feel like their viewers or subscribers will check out my channel and say my channel is better than theirs, or they'll say that their channel is better than mine or something like that. They don't want to get into a whole YouTube feud or something like that, which I can completely understand. But if it's just out of pure, like, you know, they don't want to collab with anybody else other than the people they work with, then that's perfectly fine, to be honest with you. I know they have their setup of people they want to interact with, and if they add more people to the mold, that kind of messes everything up, which I completely understand. And, you know, sometimes when that happens, things that, you know, a lot of frustration happens. And, you know, if that's the problem, then, you know, I don't want to do anything that messes up their situation or their status and whatever. So if they don't want to interact with my channel or want to collab or anything, that's perfectly fine. But I just threw it out there to him saying, you know, check out the channel. I think at that point I wasn't doing as successful as I am now. But I don't know, maybe in the future. But they right now have like around 70,000 subscribers, you guys. Oh my gosh, which is insane. That right? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm saying that correct. I got to make sure I'm saying the correct. Yeah, 71,443. That is incredible, you guys. That is really cool. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Very cool. Her 2, right? Nice. That is awesome. I'm chatting with somebody in the chat, and I think they know what I'm talking about. So yes, by the way, this display is getting insane, guys. Is it too much, or is that like perfect? I mean, it hasn't looked this good in a very long time. Like, I remember when the display used to be at right where the castle is. Now it's just giant, literally. So I hope you guys don't mind all that stuff. And I know that there are times when I say I'm not gonna get a whole lot of merchandise and stuff. Well, oops. But it makes it a lot, really, it makes it look cool, right? I hope you guys don't mind that. But I really have slowed down in terms of what I've gotten over at Disneyland. I mean, I have gotten some more pins lately, but in terms of like a lot of like merchandise and merchandise haul, it's really slowed down since the 60th anniversary, because during the 60th anniversary, I was getting like a lot of the 60th anniversary merchandise. I'm saying 60th anniversary like a lot. So repetition, whoops. Watch your grammar, Sean. But yeah, in terms of like actual merchandise that I get now, I think I mostly get just like the pins, or if there's a comic book that I like, I got it. I recently got the action figures from Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I first got Groot, and then I got the rest of the Guardians, because I felt like Groot was all alone up there without his pals, especially Rocket Raccoon. So I was like, you know what? I'll bite the bullet and get the rest of them. And I did. Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and Rocket Raccoon are up there with Groot. They don't show up in my Summer of Heroes videos because I didn't get them at the time. I got them recently, actually, from June 7th. And what else did I get? Oh, I also got the Groot Cup. The Groot Cup is new. Can you see him? No, you can't. He's actually... Oh, he's right here. That's him. That's Groot right there, the little treat. I am Groot. And let's see. Groot, the adult, is up there as well. Let's see. What else can I show you that's new? I mean, I have an antenna topper. I have an antenna topper of the castle, but I got this as well. I can't find the castle anymore for some reason, but I got this new castle. This is actually a magnet that you can put on the refrigerator. I decided to put it with the display. Oh, and by the way, for those of you guys who are wondering about Autopia, I was there a week before my June 7th trip, in fact, it was at the time when I was at Disneyland for the Summer of Heroes. I actually stayed at Disneyland for the entire day until midnight, and I had to stay at the hotels there. Not the Disneyland hotels, but at one of the other hotels you'll see later on down the road in my vlogs. But if you guys remember, I collect the Autopia cards. This is the one where they had the Chevron sponsorship. This is the one that they got from Chevron. It was the yellow one. Well, when they got Honda, this is the one they had originally. I think you still get these in their machines, but here's the deal. When I was there last week, they had not one, not two, but four. There might be five of these, okay? But there's like new, there's new driver's licenses for Autopia. And these are a lot different from the ones they used to have. Because look, on the back here, it's very similar to what they had with the Chevron card. Like, look at that, it's the same thing. But the back sides are, the front is different. Okay? Now, this is what they have now. These are cardboard, not the nice plastic ones. But I think you can still get these in the machines. But this is one of the ones they handed me. I think this is actually the first motorcycle. And it says, your dreams power your dreams. Oh, sorry. I read that wrong. Your dream. I read that wrong. I apologize. Your dreams power our dreams. There we go. It's a motorcycle. Okay. But the backside is the same. See that? So this is like a motorcycle license right here. But they don't have any motorcycles, which is kind of odd. I think they do on the attraction, like when you're riding in there. They actually have a whole new setup for the ride. Here's a dirt bike. Follow the Dreamer. There it is. So we got a dirt bike now. These vehicles actually do show up in the ride. I just remember that. Not like the vehicles you drive, but the ones in the attraction. So that's a dirt bike. That's a cool one. This one looks like it looks very similar to this car, but it's a little bit of a different design. Dream something special. There's a little bit of a similarity, just a little bit. The hubcaps are different, and the backside's a little different, but looks very similar. And last but not least, I'm thinking to myself, this looks like EVAC from Transformers the Ride. You'll see why in a second. The future of mobility. If you guys have been to Transformers the Ride 3D, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This looks like EVAC right here. It's like, oh, really? So you got Transformers now. Honest to God, that looks like EVAC from Transformers the Ride 3D. That's like the ride vehicle you use in the attraction. So yes, I got 4 new driver's licenses. 3 of these I actually picked up off the ground because people just tossed them. I found some that were ripped up. Like, people just didn't care about that. They just ripped them in half. I got this one. The cast member handed me these. The cast member handed me this one, but I found these on the ground because nobody wanted them. So they not only have a motorcycle license, but they also have dirt bike, car, and EVAC. I don't know if there's any other ones, but as far as I know, there's 4. There could be. That's my collection. I now have 6 licenses, and guess what? They're not going to expire anytime soon. This one, they all say expires in the year 3000. And I'm in first class for all of them. In the year 3000! Hey, how's it going? Hi. Yes, absolutely. I would love to be invited. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. That'd be fun. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, that first time was fun. I would love to be a part of it. Absolutely. And if you want, I can videotape it too. Has she started speaking yet? Has she started speaking? I'm talking to Joe here, who is the father of Olivia. If you guys haven't seen the video that I was with them I was at the Blue Bayou restaurant with them. They graciously invited me, and their daughter had turned 1, and she's turning 2. So that's really cool. And she started walking too. That's pretty cool. I didn't start talking till I was like 5. Like, I started speaking like when I was 3 or 4, but my voice was high pitched, and I just wasn't speaking syllables yet. I was just speaking gibberish. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Let's see here. I'm gonna. Okay, so how should I end the live chat? Because I feel like I've bored you guys long enough, right? Plus, I had an abrupt commercial break. So if you guys need to go, feel free to, or if you guys want me to end the chat, I will, because I feel like I've been talking for a while. How long? Probably over an hour, right? Uh-oh. But, oops. Or should I continue on? If you want me to, I will, but I don't want to hold you guys. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is like, I get emails from YouTube saying, oh, the Disneyland video series is live on YouTube. Does that happen for you guys too? I'm wondering if maybe, yeah, that's what I thought. I get emails now saying that I'm live on my own channel accounts. So, anyways, I might end the chat because I feel like I've been talking a lot, which I tend to do. Oh, I finally got to see Moana. Was it yesterday? No, a couple of days ago. It was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I liked it. It was really good. And I also saw Beauty and the Beast. Have mixed reactions about it. I did a whole Snapchat series on it. Literally, I was on Snapchat talking about it. And personally, you know, as much as I enjoyed it, I don't know. Here's the thing. I think what really killed it for me was that it wasn't like somewhat original. Like, they used a lot of things that were from the cartoon, which, in my opinion, may not always be the best choice. My example for this to counter that is to counter Beauty and the Beast is Cinderella. And if you guys haven't seen Cinderella, the live action movie, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But here's what I'm going to say. With Cinderella, when that was released, I'm talking about Cinderella, this one. I actually have it in my vault. Well, I may get it. If I can get it. Is it right here? Oh, it's down the bottom. Hold on. I have to get it on the other side. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this one. This Cinderella movie. This worked really well. And I know that the original animated feature had a lot of singing involved. When they released this one, it was a major hit, okay? Some people thought it was going to be too much like the Disney movie, the animated feature, but honestly, it's not. It's most definitely not like the animated feature. And there wasn't a whole lot of singing in it. In fact, the only singing that I remember was the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo song, which, you know, the fairy godmother could have easily done in the movie, which I think could have worked. But they had her singing it at the very end of the credits. And to be honest with you, the movie still worked even when there wasn't singing involved. Now, with Beauty and the Beast, I felt like it was kind of like a live action version of the animated feature, like almost scene by scene, which didn't really make it all that enjoyable for me because it was almost like watching it, the animated feature, as a live action movie. And it was almost like, in my opinion, it almost seemed like a Broadway play, which I'm pretty much betting that's what it was supposed to be like, because obviously they have a musical play of Beauty and the Beast that Disney, you know, formed. That's Simon. He just went past us. And I just didn't find that enjoyable to be watching a live action movie that was almost like scene for scene, maybe not scene for scene, but mostly based on the animated feature. Jungle Book kind of tweaked it a little bit because they did have some songs that were from the original animated feature, but not all of them. And I was kind of afraid of that because, you know, Sometimes musical nowadays don't really fit, but Beauty and the Beast, as much as I liked it, it just didn't seem all that 100% original. And I know about the whole gay reference thing and whatever. I think people kind of exaggerated it a little bit, to be honest with you, because there were some scenes from the animated feature that even that character seemed like he was a little gay, to be honest with you. He seemed really goofy, and that's what Gaston's friend was like in this one too. He seemed kind of goofy. Gaston obviously wasn't really that attracted to him, obviously, but I didn't really see the whole gay reference thing. I did not see that. I think there was like one thing at the very end, but he was dancing with a woman, first of all, so I don't know. But I didn't see a very big affection for Gaston for this other character. So I just didn't understand that part. I think they just took it to a whole other level. But I thought the character was still goofy, like when it was in the animated feature. So I didn't really see the whole point of it. And, you know, sometimes people try to throw things at a movie that try to just throw it off the track. And it's just really, it messes with the viewers. Did the Mummy come out? Did it actually come out? Was that yesterday? Hold on. The Mummy movie come out yesterday? I did not hear anything about it. Hold on. Oh, it did. It's got a 17% of Rotten Tomatoes. Oh boy. Honestly, I didn't think it was gonna. Oh, it's got even a 1 star on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh. I had very low expectations that this thing would be successful because the Mummy is supposed to be a guy, not a gal. Um, that's not good because this was supposed to be a reboot of their whole Universal monster films. That is not good. So Dracula Untold tanked, and it sounds like the Mummy, the new one, is tanking as well. That's not good. I was really hoping that it would actually be a little bit successful, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be that great. I do have a pin though. Yeah, I actually got this at Universal Studios Hollywood, guys. I don't regret it. Okay, I like stuff like this, but I'm very disappointed because I was really hoping that they could really pull this one off. But in one of the trailers, the scientist or historian character, whatever his name is, that I think Russell Crowe plays, his name is Dr. Jekyll. Okay, obviously they were trying to do a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde reference there, and he's like a scientist or something. He does like collecting. He likes collecting stuff. Oh, gee, I wonder if he's like the collect. He's like Universal's version of the Collector from Marvel, because he's supposed to collect like mystical artifacts and stuff. And he has like a jar that has like a skull with a couple of fangs in it. So obviously that might have been the skull of Dracula. And from what I heard, they were going to plan on doing a reboot of the Bride of Frankenstein. That might not happen. They might do another. Here's the thing. I was telling my professor about this a few weeks ago, or a month ago. We were talking about CGI in movies and how they've done a lot of really cool stuff, especially like with Rogue One, where they were able to create like the face of Peter Cushing to bring back General Tarkin for Rogue One. And I'm like, if anything, if you guys haven't seen my video from Universal about Universal monster films, if they really wanted to make a good Dracula film, they have to bring back Bela Lugosi. And the only way they can do that is with CGI, the way they map out the face and everything. Because if they've been able to do a really good job in terms of the CGI animation for that, they can bring him back technically from the dead, literally. Because Bela Lugosi, in my opinion, I know Christopher Lee? He, of course, is a very popular actor that played Dracula, excuse me. But Bela Lugosi is well known for his role as Count Dracula, okay? But he only did it twice. He first did it, well, technically 3, not in one.
one on Broadway, not Broadway, but on stage, but twice on film. On stage, he portrayed Dracula. Universal was very fascinated by his portrayal of Dracula. They used him in their 1931 film, which was great. And he didn't play Dracula after that until they filmed Abbott and Costello Meets Frankenstein. That was the second and last time he ever played Dracula. He may have played Dracula as like a cameo in some things, but not actually as the character in a movie. But in my opinion, if they ever wanted to do a reboot of a Universal monster film, if it was Dracula, forget Dracula Untold. That was, I haven't seen it, but I heard it was garbage. If they wanted to do it, they should have a CGI Bela Lugosi. Map out the face, do the whole masking and everything, because they obviously can do it now. Somehow get permission from his family to have his image in the film and do it again. That, I think, would be awesome. Because Bela Lugosi, even though he's been in many different monster films, including a lot of B movies, he's best known for Count Dracula. That's the only way they can ever try to bring back the movies. Obviously, with the CGI Peter Cushing, it worked. Nothing seemed like it was. It didn't seem like it was bad. The CGI, it looked really good. They kind of messed it up a little bit with Tron Legacy, but they were still kind of working out the kinks. But it still looked pretty good for Tron Legacy. But they really got it nailed down for Peter Cushing and Rogue One. So if they could actually do it a little bit better with Bela Lugosi, like just think of all the silhouette images they could do with that character. That would be amazing. They would be able to do that sort of thing, in my opinion. But obviously, they won't be doing that because that, it's a huge budget. It takes a lot of this in order to make something like that. A lot of face mapping, a lot of motion capture, a lot of CGI, a lot of artists, a lot of sculptors, a lot of that stuff. And it's not easy, folks. I've done this stuff before, and it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of people to work on it, and it takes a long time to render, to process, to edit, to film. It's not an easy task, okay? So I just think that, that's just my opinion, all right? So left alone with the original. Well, the Mummy with Brendan Fraser was okay. I thought those were fine. I think they should have just made a fourth Mummy film with Brendan Fraser, because where's Brendan Fraser been all this time, right? His career tanked after the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Like he did, what was it, Zookeeper? No, not Zookeeper. He was in that movie with had the whole bunch of animals that was like Zookeeper, but it was not exactly the same thing. And then he was some other movie that also tanked too. But Brendan Fraser has been gone for a long time. I think personally they should have made a fourth Mummy film with Brendan Fraser, because technically, the end of the third movie, they were supposed to actually make a fourth Mummy film, because it was supposed to be the premise of the fourth Mummy film. Like their brother, the brother is supposed to go off to like Cuba, I think it was, and he said there's no mummies there. But then as he's leaving, the text shows up saying Cuban mummies were found few days or a few years later after he arrived, or something like that, which technically could have been a great setup for a fourth Mummy film. Because, I think it kind of worked in China for Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. I thought that was kind of an interesting twist, because we always known the Mummy from Egypt. But to be honest with you, there are mummies everywhere, all over the world. Even here in North America, we have mummies. And, to have it not just based in Egypt, I thought that was an interesting twist. So they could have easily done a fourth Mummy film in Cuba. But it's like, who would the character be? Like, what kind of a character would be then the Mummy film for Cuba, right? I don't know. Was it Cuba or Brazil? I don't know exactly. I think it might have been Brazil. It was in South Africa. Not South Africa. Sorry, I meant South America. All right, I'm done talking about that stuff. Yeah, and I agree. They need to leave the originals alone. I absolutely 100% agree with that, because you can't go wrong with the originals. That's why I like the original movies a lot more than the stuff they bring out nowadays, because they're suspenseful, they're not graphic, they're just in black and white. They're terrifying the way they are. Okay. That's what made them fun. That's what made them original. That's what made them unique, fun, entertaining, suspenseful, and terrifying. Okay. And if you guys just imagine what the audiences felt when they first saw it on the big screen. Like when they showed the original Hunchback of Notre Dame in the theaters with Lon Chaney Sr., when they showed his face, when he goes like that, people fainted because they thought it was real when it wasn't. It was all makeup that he put on his face. But seriously, when they saw that for the first time, they fainted. Once that female actress, when she pulled off the mask and it goes like that, people fainted in the theaters, which is scary. So anyways, yeah, that's why I enjoy those movies so much. They're terrifying the way they are, and they're not graphic either. The bite, I mean, Dracula, you don't see it happen, right? It just goes to black. And you don't need to hear all the biting sound effects and everything. That just makes it really graphic, in my opinion. Whatever. All right, you guys. Is there anything Disney you guys want me to talk about? Because I've been talking about a lot about Universal stuff, and I need to get off of that. Let's see here. I need to put this back, first of all. Whoops. But if you guys like me talking about that sort of stuff, I don't mind. But I just feel like since this is the Disneyland video series, I should get off that subject. Because it's not Disney, it's Universal. Universal Studios Hollywood. And plus, I have kids watching my videos, so that's probably not a good thing to do. So I apologize about that, but you know what? It's a habit. When I start talking about something, I have to talk about it, then I have to finish it up somehow. Bring it to a close. So what's the next chapter going to be about? You guys want me to talk about more Disney stuff? Any upcoming videos? Just anything in particular, please ask. By the way, I'm trying to do more, clean up in here. So if I don't get your questions right away, I apologize. But I think, yeah. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's already been about 2 hours. So I'm going to go, guys. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask me, but have not been able to ask me in the live chat, just post them down in the comments section down below. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. For those of you who have recently subscribed to my channel, either because of MelBZ TV or just because you found this channel, I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope you stay subscribed because there's going to be a lot more videos coming your way. I'm trying to not reboot the channel, but kind of make it more interesting and more unique. And I'm going to do the best I can by bringing you guys more content from Disney and just really the whole Walt Disney Company in general. If you guys want to see more stuff from Universal, you go to my second channel, the Sean Films the Vlog Series channel. I do a lot more stuff there. Plus, I also have videos from Los Angeles Zoo, the Aquarium of the Pacific, which I hope we get back to maybe July or something, because that's what we usually do in the summertime. We usually go to the Aquarium of the Pacific. At some point here, I will be uploading videos from Knott's Berry Farm, which I've been talking about for a long time now. And now that I'm actually graduated, I will finally be able to upload those videos. I was thinking at one point even getting an annual pass for Knott's Berry Farm, but right now probably will not be the best time because obviously there's gonna be a bunch of blackout dates. So now probably isn't the best time to do that. So I will probably get an annual pass for Knott's Berry Farm when I'm able to get an annual pass. And then, well, we'll see, because again, that's like an hour's drive away from me, and it's probably not gonna be as often like Disneyland, because it's a long drive, and plus I have a very old vehicle, and the drive, I'll drive, literally. So if anything, if I really wanted to do more of that, I have to get a new car, and that's going to be later on down the road. And, right now I'm just going to focus mostly on Disneyland stuff. But I do have the annual pass for Universal, so I'm doing more of that stuff. And same thing's true with Universal. They got the blackout days as well. So most of July, in fact, all of July and most of August, I won't be able to go back. So I'm trying to get as much as I can for Universal before those come up. And the annual pass for the zoo, there's no blackout dates because we've been annual pass holders with them for years. So we don't have blackout dates there, so we can go anytime we want. And if you guys want more videos about Travel Town, like more Travel Town vlogs and stuff, go to my fourth channel. Oh, excuse me, it's my fourth channel? Yeah, fourth channel, the Travel Town series. There you can find out all the different information about Travel Town. Check out their special events they have there, like Depot Day, and there's a couple events that haven't happened recently, and I've kind of said about it. They had this really cool Hollywood on Track Gala or something like that. And I also post videos about the trains there as well. And last but not least, my first channel, the educational series, which is really what I started my whole YouTube career on. That's where I talk about the different subjects in like schools. Basically, it's basically like a way if you're homeschooling your kids, it's a way for you to use the videos to help educate your kids. It's really meant for a younger audience. I know some people have like watched the videos from like a high school level and college level, but really they're meant for a younger audience because there's some things I don't really talk about in the, like, say, Human Anatomy series that could be used in like a high school level. But since this is more age friendly or kid friendly channel, I don't really talk about all the gross stuff. And I know that when I finish the series, I will not be including the reproductive system because I don't feel it's my job to really talk about that sort of thing to the younger audience, because honestly, it's really not. I feel that's the parents' job and the professor's job to teach that sort of thing. So even though I'll be doing all the other systems of the body, like the digestive system, the lymphatic system, the endocrine system, the respiratory system, the integumentary system, I'm not going to be talking about the reproductive system because that's a very, very personal and maybe not private, but very like it's not something that a younger audience should really focus on. So if they want to get more information about that, they're going to have to find some other place for that information. But they have to talk to their parents or their teachers about that. So unfortunately, that subject will not be featured on my Human Anatomy series on the Human Body. Plus, I don't want to get any copyright infringements. Maybe not infringements, but age restrictions on that channel, because that'd be the worst thing that could have happen on that channel. And I'll probably make a video about that when that time comes, because I'm still working on other videos for that channel. Also, if you guys aren't really interested in human anatomy, I got stuff from English grammar and English punctuation. At some point here, I want to continue working on the human body series. In fact, I will be doing that very soon. And since I am actually out of CSUN, I will be doing a lot more with that channel, which is very cool. But I want to get that done as soon as possible because I've been dealing with that stuff for like 4 years, and it's gotten to a point where it's like, okay, I got to finish this stuff up because I feel like I haven't accomplished my goal by completely finishing the human anatomy series. So now that I am actually graduated from CSUN, I will continue to work on those videos. It should be open by August, yes. Fantastic will be a new show. There are some new portions to Fantastic. They will have a Pirates of the Caribbean theme to it, like the pirate ship that used to be for Peter Pan and Captain Hook. That's now going to be the Black Pearl. They got a special projection system they got going on. There's some other deal that they got new for Fantasmic. I can't remember what it was, but one of their old shows has also been converted to something else. I don't remember what it was. But Pirates of the Caribbean, that's going to be new for Fantasmic, but it's still about 80% the same, maybe 70%. I don't know if the soundtrack's going to be different. It might be updated, kind of like what they did with the Main Street Electrical Parade, which I actually got to see finally last week when I was there for like the entire day experience at Disneyland. I was there till midnight. Yes, I finally got to see the Main Street Electrical Parade. And here's the thing. People have been asking me, how in the world did I actually get to see the Electrical Parade? I literally was getting off of, what was it, Autopia? Where was I? I was off of some sort of attraction in Tomorrowland, and I was heading off towards, I forget where it was, but they had it all roped off, and I heard the music, and I literally just walked right into my spot, and it's a perfect shot of it coming down from Main Street towards the castle, and it's like going around towards Tomorrowland. And it was like great, it was awesome. And I remember seeing that many years ago at Disney California Adventure. This is at the time when Disney California Adventure first opened. That was when they had the Electrical Parade, and then afterwards, like a couple of years went by, and then it left, and now they brought it back. So I finally got a chance to see the Electrical Parade. I do not know if I'll be able to actually feature the music in the video because obviously the soundtrack is copyrighted, so I don't want to get into a whole copyright infringement with Disney, so I might have to replace it with new audio. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I don't want to get into a copyright infringement about that. I do actually have the soundtrack in different formats over here on the album display here. But that was a lot of fun. I got a chance to see it. And let's see. Yeah, and unbeatable cast makes it something awesome. Yeah, absolutely, I would agree with that. But here's the thing: you could have an awesome cast in a movie, but the story or the plot can be terrible, which can really cause the film to like plummet. Probably I bet that's what happened with the Mummy, the new Mummy film. I mean, yes, you got Tom Cruise as a major character. Russell Crowe is in it, and I think there's a few other well-known actors in it. But you know, even though you have a good cast, it doesn't cancel out the fact that maybe the plot didn't do so great. So you got to make sure you have that plot down. That's the one thing in filmmaking that you have to nail down: the plot. No matter what your cast is, no matter how good it is, no matter how good the special effects are, no matter how good the cinematography is, you got to nail down the plot. That is the number one thing that they should be teaching in film school: the plot. It doesn't matter what the story is. You got to nail down the plot from beginning to end. If there's plot holes in there, got to finish. You got to like fix them up so that it works throughout the entire film. You can't just have plot holes here, plot holes there. The film's not going to be that good. Okay? Fix the plot holes, make a good plot, and it'll be good, right? And your writing style has to be good. So if you have these long, like Shakespeare was a good story writer, okay? But my gosh, there's a lot of dialogue that a lot of characters say in some of his plays. And trust me, that'd be pretty boring. But he was a really well-known screenwriter, not screenwriter, but playwright. But my point is this: if you're able to write a good script, if you're able to get your grammar just right, it's going to be fine. But also, you got to get that plot down. So that's the one thing I would recommend. If you're ever getting into the industry, you got to get that. You got to get that plot down. That's the one thing that will make a film successful: the plot. Not just the characters or the actors or the special CGI or cinematography. It's the plot and the story. That's what's going to make the movies flow. I never got to see Paint the Night Parade, but I have heard the soundtrack. And let me just say, there are points in the soundtrack where it does sound a little bit like the Electrical Parade. They kind of implemented it into the soundtrack, which is kind of cool because in a way, Paint the Night is kind of like it's kind of like the Main Street Electrical Parade on steroids, because that's really what it is. It's a light show. It's a light parade. But man, lots of LED lights. It's like an updated version of the Electrical Parade because it's got stuff from Cars and Toy Story and Frozen. They do have some characters that are, of course, from the past, but we're talking like huge parade floats and LED lights. The parade floats that were used in the Electrical Parade, they still had the regular lights they had before. There were some that had some LED lights. It was weird because I saw Snow White. No, wait, before that, there's the scene where they had the fairies or the pixies. It looked like they had little antennas, but what they were was like little lights that were shining on their faces. And I thought that was kind of weird because, you know, the pixies don't really have an antenna. But I was like, you know, I mean, it kind of makes sense because they're like little, you know, you could put antenna on pixies, right? I was like, I can accept that. But I saw Snow White with that same thing where she had the antenna coming out of her head and the light was on her face. And I'm like, that's kind of weird, don't you think? And it looked like she had antenna. It's like Snow White was an insect. She was the fairest insect of them all. But honestly, I mean, she had enough lights such that people can see her face. I mean, she didn't used to have a light on her head. That just really was kind of weird. I actually do have one of the actual light bulbs that was on one of the floats. I mentioned about this one before. I realized that this whole thing is actually the light. I thought it was just the thing in the center, but no. I watched the commercial when they brought back the Electrical Parade. It's this whole thing, literally. The entire light bulb. I thought it was just a thing in the middle, like this was a flower, but no, this is actually the whole entire light bulb. I don't exactly know which float this came from. I'm guessing since this is a clear one, this might have come from the. This might have come from the. Might have come from either. I'm looking on here. It could have come from the electrical parade sign that they have here, or it could have come from the Blue Fairy. I'm trying to think what else is on here. Well, there's not really a whole lot I can think of, but it could have come from anywhere. But yes, this is actually one of the light bulbs from the original Main Street electrical parade that was at Disneyland. I wish it actually told you where it was from, but that would have been cool. But no, it didn't. I got that for like practically nothing, but I was recently looking at the prices for like the other ones. They were like saying they were like around $200 or $300. I'm like, oh my gosh. And these are the colored lights. I literally just ordered this and expected to get a colored light, but I was really surprised I got a clear one, which I think is pretty cool because, you know, the colored ones are nice, but if you got a clear one, then it's like, wow, this is really cool. Real Disney magic right there. Anyways. Yeah, 05. I think Disney, when was I at Disneyland? I think I was at Disneyland in 2001 when I saw that. Because California Adventure, because literally we were at Disney Adventure when it, like, right around the time when it first opened, like a month or so after it opened. When it opened. It's been around for a while. And like I was telling my friends of mine that I was really, you know, impressed on how they were able to, but really just come up with a whole new entrance to Disney California Adventure. Yes, I know they got rid of the Golden Gate Bridge. Yes, I know they got rid of all those really wonderful murals they had there in front of the shops. They got rid of the California that was there at the front of Disney California Adventure. They did a lot of stuff that, you know, made a lot of people upset. They got rid of all that. But you know what, to be honest with you, with Buena Vista Street, I think it's actually a lot better. And it fits. It fits the setting for when Walt Disney first came to California, which I think is really awesome. But I'm trying to find like a very, they used to have this really cool Golden Gate Bridge extension for the monorail system. And the ones I've been looking at, like, they don't sell this anymore, obviously, but I would like to get the Golden Gate Bridge extension from, or for the monorail that get put on the display, because I really liked that Golden Gate Bridge. And it was really cool. I thought it was a neat addition to the monorail. You know, it looked like you were traveling past the Golden Gate Bridge or on the Golden Gate Bridge, but, you know, it's not the same as the street. So, all right, you guys, I am going to head off. It's really like, how long have I been doing this? Oh my gosh. Yeah, a long time. So I think now's a good time for me to end this video. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by. And again, if you guys like this live chat, hit the thumbs up button. It is greatly appreciated. And don't forget, I have 3 other channels: the educational series, the vlog series, and the travel channel series. I already mentioned about those, so forget about what I just said. But if you guys want to stay in contact with me, obviously you can comment down below in the comment section. I also have a whole bunch of social media accounts. Google Plus, which I don't really use that much anymore, but I do have that. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and LinkedIn. You can find me on LinkedIn as well. I'm also no, that's not right. I also have a P.O. box. So if you guys want to send me viewer mail, there's a P.O. box address usually down below in the description of this video. But if you guys want to send me viewer mail, I am at Sean Allen Films, P.O. Box 186, Sun Valley. Sorry, let me say it again to make sure I'm saying this correct. P.O. Box 186, Sun Valley. That's 2 words, sun, like sun, the sun, S-U-N, Valley, V-A-L-L-E-Y, comma, California, or C-A, Ca. And I'm also, the zip code is 91353. Once again, 91353. And if you guys happen to basically, if you guys have any art you want me to display on the bulletin board, I know I recently updated my bulletin board so it features a lot of the droids. But I'm willing to make an exception. If you guys have any art you'd like me to post up here, I know I have still this one up here, and I still have the picture up there with Olivia and her family right there. That's still up there. It's a calendar, basically. I don't think I'll be taking that down because, oh, I also have her button right there too, the celebration button right there. But if you guys have any viewer art or art you'd like me to display, I'd be glad to display it up there on the bulletin board. And that's pretty much it. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. And next week, I hope to have more videos up from not just my previous vlog trips, but also stuff that I am currently working on, like the pen collection update and also the droid update that I have. I will also be working on more Disneyland Battlegrounds and the comparisons between the animated feature versus the live action version, and really just Disney movie history altogether. And if you guys like those ideas, please let me know in the comment section down below, or hit the thumbs up button, and I would really appreciate it. And again, for those of you who have recently subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Please stay subscribed because more videos are coming, and a lot more than usual. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time here on the Design Video Series. And I hope you like the new changes. And I know I made some new changes here to this channel, like the new intro. I kind of updated the outro a little bit. I'm not going to say the phrase, I hope your day was a magical one, because the reason I say that's because there's been some confusion as to what the real phrase means. So yeah, I'm not really gonna be saying that on my channel anymore, because there's a whole other meaning to a different phrase, and I want to make that similarity. So all right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. See you all next time here on the Disneyland Video Series, and see you all next time. I don't know exactly when I'll be doing another live chat, but if I am going to be doing another one, I'll be posting it on Twitter or on Instagram. Thank you, guys. Bye.